What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Retold action. My tongue went to the top of my mouth, and I was like, no, we're watching Retold here, spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Isis. He is none other than the GOAT. I am Magic, and his opponent today is none other than Ulysses the Great, Odysseus himself reincarnated as an Age of Mythology player, and he's playing as the red set player here on the map Highland. I'm excited about this one. Highland, very, very fun map. I'm questioning why Ulysses is on berries here, but let's just put our hands back and say, that's cool. You can go berries if you want to go, or sorry, chickens. You can go chickens if you want to go chickens. There could be some benefit here because you don't have to shoot the boar down, but I don't think that benefit lasts for very long. Let me think about it. If this is 0.1 faster, as we've got the dock up, if this is 0.1 faster, then it takes about 10 seconds of gather time to overtake this. So how long does it take to kill off a boar? Does it take 10 seconds to kill off a boar? Maybe. Maybe. Don't know. Anyways, let's see how this game's going to go. We've got Magic over here. He is going to be getting himself his dock up. He's got a house already. I think that this sort of an opening here from Magic, Isis has got 20 population to kick the game off, not 15, because she gets, she gets an extra 5 population from her town centers. So what Isis should be doing is trying to get that pharaoh back home to empower as fast as possible and build that house a little bit later. Meanwhile, you leave your villager on the front here and you drop cows onto this dock here for that villager to be eating, so you don't have to waste time with this lumber camp here. And that way you get a really, really efficient opening on every single map. That's Midgard, that's Anatolia, that's Highland, that's Kurlauga, that's even Mediterranean you can do this on. And everyone in the chat goes wild. You can drop food into docks now. Yes, you can. It's a food drop site. It makes perfect sense. And you can also do this in all of the other Age of games as well. So it makes sense that it was changed here for Retold. So there you go. But fishing ships are all coming out for both players. One thing that makes a lot of sense here to me on a map like Highland in an Egyptian mirror, fast heroics. Just fast heroic here. Like, you could go for a 2-town center fast heroic. Doesn't matter. I would not be thinking about fighting water here in the classical age as Egyptian. Reason being is Plague of Serpents. Both players have got Plague of Serpents here, but I'm actually not sure. Maybe they don't fight each other. Maybe they do. Surely they fight each other. Anyways. If you both put Plague of Serpents down, sure, you're going to be able to put pressure on or defend, but whoop. Didn't think about this, did we? Our old citizen here, our old villager here, sneaks out, and he's going to be making a break for it. Okay, Magic's all good. Very, very early prosperity here from Magic. He's going up through Anubis. How many villages on this one? He's got 13 villages on gold. To me, this is looking like either a whole bunch of priests are going to have to come out, or a fast town center as the boss. Whoa, they live forever under the town center there. That's absolutely wild. But Magic has got enough fishing ships here. He's got a lot of villagers on gold. He will be getting himself some upgrades here at some point. I'm sure he's already got pickaxe. No monument, though, so he's not able to get that Flood of the Nile in, but that's not a big deal. But a couple of priests are going to be out. That should be enough to defend himself while he goes for that second town center. Whether he goes for this one over here or the one on his backside here will remain to be seen as Ulysses. He's got plenty of docks up. He's putting everything up. He's also going through Anubis. Fishing ship numbers for both players here of 10. There's 13 fishing ships for Ulysses, and Magic on the other side here, he's got 10 himself as well. So it's pretty equal when it comes down to that, as the villagers are moving on to this town center over here. Both players are going through the Plague of Serpents. Villagers coming in. The the priests here getting targeted down, you really do need to be... Oh, we see Plague of Serpents getting dropped down. I'm not sure I like this one from Ulysses. You can literally just run away from this onto the other side of the town center, and you're completely fine. Priests are almost finished off on this position, though, as the Anubite comes in to help out. That one priest over here getting a lot of damage. The Pharaoh does end up getting sniped down. Really, really poor micro here from Magic, and Ulysses is in a fantastic position right now, as those villages have been idle forever. Meanwhile, on the water here as well, we are seeing the archer ship, the Juggernaut, coming in, getting some damage. We've got the ramming galley coming out in an attempt to defend here, but Ulysses, he is in a commanding position right now with those animals, and Magic, he has to lead his town center. And he's going to have to figure out a different way to go here, as he's starting to pump out those cabinets and everything else here to push Ulysses back. But from this position here, Ulysses, he doesn't have the snakes. So this position here right now is completely safe for the time being. Though Ulysses can turn around and take out that ramming galley if Magic's not careful. And what are we going to see here from Magic? He's not going for any sort of... He's just spamming out ships. Okay, the Navy fight is underway here. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, look what Ulysses is doing. Delayed town center, but a second town center nonetheless. And he's going to get that one up, and he might even just give up on the water here. Like, he probably doesn't need to be here. He can just put a dock over on this side and just get his fishing ships up and just defend, and he could be okay. The second town center on the way now. As Ulysses now, he's going to be attempting to push forward on this spot.
Into you.
Honestly, I'm surprised to see no snakes here from Magic. I think we have to do some testing. Do the snakes fight snakes? Can snakes counter snakes? Surely Loggy knows this already. Can the snakes fight snakes? Because I know in Titans they couldn't, but everything makes a lot more sense in Retold, so it makes sense that they would be able to fight. Anyways, Doc going to be getting taken out here, as a whole bunch of those war barges are out for Magic. Cabinet's now starting to move forward as they're going to be getting targeted down. And the snakes here of Magic will slowly get sniped down from range. But what Ulysses needs here is either needs a whole bunch of ramming galleys to push through the fleet of juggernauts or war barges, I should say, that Magic has got. Or he just needs to run. Because I don't think he's going to be able to win this fight here against these units that Magic has assembled for the time being. Because he's spent this all these resources on the town center. He needs to kind of get that all fixed up. But we are seeing Ulysses attempting to fight here. Magic is also getting a handful of those, what are they called? Ramming galleys out. I was right. Getting those ramming galleys out. And he's going to be pushing Ulysses all the way back up to this position over here. And this is what Ulysses needs. He needs to keep getting docks up on this spot just to like kind of slow things down. And he might even want to just put villagers onto food now. Less on wood. He can spam a couple of ships out if he wants to, but I really don't think he needs to. And just kind of retreat back and sit underneath his docks. But Magic here is trying to push forward. Lots and lots of destruction going on this water. And it does look like Ulysses here has very, very easily held in this spot. He's got 2 down centers. He's got his half of the water secured. Magic has to pull back, and now what for Magic? And the more important thing here is Magic's got no idea. He's got no idea that Ulysses has a second town center. 0. And Magic is just going to keep on falling further and further behind. But we do see a bunch of ramming galleys pushing forward in an attempt to take out all of those war barges here of Ulysses. And this is a great sort of change here from Magic, as he's kind of punishing Ulysses for not building those archer ships out. And the thing is, if you've got enough of these ramming galleys, you're going to be able to break through kind of anything, including archer ships, one would have to think. But I don't know if Magic even has enough to break through just these war barges, because they're sitting underneath the dock, and docks counter they counter these ramming galleys really, really hard because they're doing pierce damage. But nonetheless, we do see a couple more falling as more ramming galleys are going to be pushing through. Magic is desperately trying to win this one over here, as we do see the villagers coming up to the top side of the map to grab this town center. The animals over here getting a little bit of damage done, but not quite enough to stop the town center from going up. And now Magic can start working towards this town center here. Is this... Wait, no, it's not. Okay, we're all good. And Ulysses here, he's got himself a little bit of a navy. He's got himself a little bit of fish. He's defended there. We are seeing another cheeky little attack over here as the town center does end up coming up. But the big problem here for Magic is he's behind by nearly, well, he's behind by over 10 villages. That's a huge difference. That's like a heroic age in 2 minutes if Ulysses just wants to tack towards it and just continue doing what he's doing. So he's got a lot of different options here. We got a question here from APM44 Max. Do you need transports to get across the river? Answer is no. If you see this area here with the shrubbery, is that what you call this? I don't know. With the water sprouts, you can cross this. This is called shallows. And you can see on the mini map here, if we turn this off, you can see on the mini map that it's a lighter shade of blue on that mini map down the bottom. So you can cross there, but you can also transport ship across by using a archer ship. They have transport capacity, or an actual transport ship. Does that count includes fishing ships? I don't think the village account includes fishing ships, no. So there are a whole bunch of fish here, but it's basically equal on fishing ships, is my guess. As Ulysses now, he's going to take this opportunity to play this game nice and slow, and he's going to get himself a third town center up. Farms getting thrown down to boot here. You're seeing a heroic age coming through here for Magic, though, which I really, really like, because not only does he get the heroic age, which is going to give him access to fishing ship upgrades and god power, etc., but he also gets access to the Leviathan, which is a really, really big deal in terms of fighting on the water, defending on the water, pushing, and everything else. Meanwhile, Ulysses, he's trying to get himself to the next stage. He's got the right amount of kind of villages on each resource, but his gold a little bit behind here, so he's not going to quite be able to get there. So we'll see how things end up moving along here. Villagers coming up to the top position here. We've got a market coming up for Magic as well in the top corner. Wants to start a potential trade route from this corner here to this town center. Makes a lot of sense. Magic's played a lot of Highland games in his career because Highland, you couldn't just dodge Highland back in the day. People played on it, and Magic played back in the day. So he knows all about this map, and he knows how long these sorts of games can end up going if you're playing an Egyptian war on this map, because it can be quite challenging to move past the water here. Now, there's also no rocks here for Magic either, so he's got to be worrying about that. But one of the big easy ways to push through here when there's a whole bunch of navy is you just get catapults out, and catapults can completely erase a navy from distance and let you get in. And then you put a migdol up on the water, and then you slow push through, and you're going to be in a good spot there. But after all is said and done, the water fight is not necessarily over just yet, but it's like, it's basically fizzled out here, and Magic's going to attempt to push forward. Do we see some ships getting queued up here from Ulysses? No, he does hit that heroic age himself, and the Leviathan is out. There are a handful of hammer ships which are really, really good against this Leviathan. Only 40% hack armor, plus the Leviathan. The Leviathan doesn't get any bonus against myth units for some reason. I'm going to question that one. I feel like the Leviathan should get bonuses against myth units, but maybe it would be too much because they got so much HP. I don't know, but Ulysses is throwing away his free Leviathan here. And that's a sad state of affairs, because that's a really, really strong myth unit there. Anyways, third town center now coming up for Magic. Do we see a market in the corner here for Ulysses? No market for Ulysses. Ulysses is just going to go for units here. He's making some spearmen. He's got a Migdol stronghold. He's making some siege works. A little bit of raids coming through for Magic. Magic knows that he's behind in this position. So what he needs to do here is raid to get back into this one. Every little villager, a little bit of idle time he can force out from Ulysses is going to be a huge advantage for him. But if he just sits back and just lets Ulysses be, this sort of advantage that Ulysses has made here is just going to keep on getting bigger and bigger. But if we take a quick look at this, we do see that Magic has got himself per scene, whereas Ulysses doesn't. So these fishing ships on the water here for Magic, they're starting to be very, very strong. 0.79 speed compared to Ulysses over here, who's only got 0.45. So it's a really, really, really big difference here on the water for the time being. Not only that, the trade route is starting, so this will give magic, some extra economy to play with, but it does slow down Mythic Age timings. It does slow down a lot of stuff here as the army of Ulysses is going to start moving forward. He's going to be able to snipe down some of these fishing ships from the shallows. Love that play. Docks can't fire back onto this position, unlike they can fire against ships. They can't fire against human units, so go figure that one. But Magic now, he's got to get some units out. He's so far behind in population, but he's got to delay as best as he possibly can here in this game. As the army or the navy of Magic going to be coming back in here, probably wouldn't be a terrible idea to actually make some cabinets here, just to sit on the water to prevent Ulysses from pushing across here and just playing for that hyper late game. Because, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I'm pretty sure that Isis wins that late game. And I think, and I could be wrong about this, I think everyone is saying Thoth OP, Thoth OP. Have you guys seen Osiris yet? I mean, if you got Eclipse, Osiris is an absolute beast of a god. So Ra and Isis can get this Eclipse Osiris combo happening. But maybe it's not that big of a deal in the against Thoth. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. One day we'll see it. At some point we'll see it. As the dock's getting taken out. Big question here from Red Gaz. When should relics be prioritized? For Egyptian, I would say relics should be prioritized pretty early on. Like, you've got the priest, you've got this ability to pick up relics with the priest, and you just go and pick up your relics. Nice and early. You've got to get that upgrade and go get them. Basically, when you go into the classical age, unless you've really got a specific build order in mind, getting up an early town center or something else, you want to be getting that one. But the Ancestors does come through here. Magic is fighting this one back nicely. He's got no siege is his big problem here, but he does have some Scorpion Men. There's no heroes out for the time being here, or one or two heroes only out for the time being here for Ulysses. So Magic does find a good fight here. And in actuality, Magic is overtaken on the score here somehow. Magic is overtaking the score in a big way. He's actually equal on population. He's pushing back in a big way. He's got docks getting put back up, so his fishing ships are still going to be working. He still hasn't built a single siege tower at the moment. It's just priests, chariots, elephants, camelry, and spears at the moment as the siege tower is getting pushed back. Now, unlike in the Titans, in Retold, siege towers, they don't get countered by spearmen. So there's not really a whole lot of point in building the spearmen to kill them. Spearmen are more for like taking out camelry, taking out elephants, and taking out cavalry in general. But if you want to actually kill off an enemy siege tower, guess what you need? You actually need your own siege towers. Siege counters siege in Age of Mythology in a big, big way. And you also need to micro it, as we do see a cheeky little wall coming up over here. I like this wall, but guess what else you should do here? You should be walling through like this as well. What does this do? This keeps your fishing ships safe. You can wall your fishing ships. In Highland, you can wall your fishing ships. Brain explosion. As Magic is going to be pushing back here, there's still a ton of priests here that can snipe those Scorpion Men here as well. Siege Towers pulling back ever so slightly. Axemen coming up as well for... what are the Axemen coming up here for? Is there a whole bunch of spears? There are a whole bunch of spears. So that's crazy. This is not a unit I don't think I would ever have expected to see a unit like this in an Egyptian mirror. But we are seeing Axemen getting built here by Magic. Meanwhile, is this Horus? We are seeing Horus coming through here for Ulysses. So he doesn't go for that Thoth. He wants that Horus, and guess what he's going to be able to do with it? He's going to be able to drop Tornado down on top of this army and kill everything off, and I think that's Ulysses' plan here. He could also use it on the town center, but it is monument protected. We take a quick look at what where he can actually use this on. I'm not sure he can use it here as the vision does come up. Tornado gets dropped down onto this position over here. Picks off a couple of villagers. Going to be taking out a Migdol stronghold and some docks over here, but that's not the usage I was expecting in this fight as Magic, he's microing beautifully with those chariot archers to take out enemy chariot archers on the back. A war turtle is coming in to help out. What is this damage is going to do? No, it can't get in there. It can't get in there to get that damage done. Magic pulls back nicely here, but he is now behind ever so slightly in terms of population. He's going to have to retreat back into his base here. He does have this Migdol stronghold still alive, but the siege tower is rolling forward here. Get those villagers in to shank this one down. He's going to be attempting to do so, but the siege towers are too quick here, and they will be finishing this one off. Look at that damage the siege towers do to each other in this sort of a fight here. War Turtle going to be able to take out the docks as well. Magic is in a really, really challenging position right now with Ulysses at 200 population, catapult rolling in to start taking this one down as well. Can Magic somehow figure out how to survive in this game? Or is Ulysses going to be able to steal this one away from him? Villagers getting taken out. We do have the mercenary cavalry coming out onto this position in an attempt to take out those catapults here as well. He's coming through, about to slap those down. The spearmen coming in as well to take this one out. And it looks like Magic is defended as Ulysses has to retreat back. The problem for... No, it's not a problem because Ulysses, he's also got a trade route. What is the trade looking like here? 62 gold for Magic and 71 gold for Ulysses. So it's really, really... It's not amazing rates here in terms of the trade, but it's decent. It's decent rates in terms of the trade. Ulysses, he's not going to be taking his foot off the pedal at any point in this game. So do see the Avenger coming through here. He's going to be doing the spins as the Chariot Archer is going to turn around and start getting a little bit of damage done over here as well. And the Siege Towers over here going to be breaking through this position there. They're going to be retreating back ever so slightly, it seems. And Magic going to have to dive into the town center, try and defend himself. Villagers coming over here to start shanking the Siege Tower on the back here as well, as the Chariot Archers trying to get some damage done. More mercenary cavalry coming out as the catapult will be trying to take out the town center, doing as much as it possibly can here. Villagers popping out here to try and take out this Siege Tower as well. And we will be seeing the catapult here. Doesn't quite manage to kill off the town center. And Magic, the problem I think here for Magic, he's got this timing in the Mythic Age still available. Or timing, I should say. He's got this power spike in the Mythic Age available in Osiris or Thoth. But his resources, he just can't get there at the moment. So mercenary cavalry coming out in an attempt to defend on this position here. They are pretty strong. They do die relatively quickly. He's not microing them though, as the town center is getting very, very close to falling. Catapults are taking everything else out. We've got watchtowers coming out. Ulysses, he knows how to play this matchup. This is very reminiscent of the Titans here with this pushing power. But taking down a town center, he's only in front by 35 population here in terms of that, as we do see Thoth is now coming through for Magic in this game. And losing that town center, I don't think that's a big deal at the moment. He's just got to keep fighting. Look at the population of Ulysses. He's only at 169 of 235, which is just not enough to really get an advantage here. But with Magic taking his foot off the pedal here, retreating back, Ulysses is going to be able to get up to that full population. Meanwhile, on this position, we do see a cheeky little side build coming through here for Ulysses. As Magic comes in, he's going to attempt to take down these villagers as fast as he possibly can. War elephants are coming out as well. Where are the Migdol strongholds? There are so many in the main base here for Magic. He's making some elephants out to try and take this position down as well. Gold mine situation for Magic. How much does he have left on this position? He's still got a decent amount of gold over there and a gold mine down the bottom. Does he know about it? He doesn't know about that gold mine. That's going to be very, very difficult here now for Magic. He's also lost his trade route, his efficient trade route, and he's only getting 29 gold from it now. So it's not a lot for him at this point in the game, as he's still getting pushed forward. Spearmen are in, champion spearmen at that. Elephants coming through to snipe down the Migdol stronghold here. Migdol coming up on this position as well, as Ulysses will be able to grab himself this town center here. Magic is actually only 15 population behind at the moment, while being down a town center. which is a huge deal. But the town center coming in for Ulysses. You can see fortified town centers is also in for Ulysses. So he's about to go up by another 30 or so population. So that's going to be a big help. But Meteor getting dropped down somewhere. Is he going down onto this position, taking down the villages, stopping the town? So they're going to take out that Migdol stronghold as well. You'd have to expect. We'll have to wait and see if it's actually going to go down as the Meteor rains down from the sky. One more shot. It's down to 93 HP on that one as the Meteor is done. We do see Valley of the Kings is instantly clicked up here by Magic. But is this too little too late to start abusing this technology? I mean, it's never too late, but is it going to have the impact that he's really going to want here in this game? 24 minutes into the game, getting some cheaper or getting like a free elephant every 10 seconds or so. We'll have to wait and see how it's going to go. Because the other thing here is, look at this from Ulysses. He's got himself Greatest of the 50. He's going to be able to get himself Spear of the Horizon. Is that what it's called still? Is it still called Spear of... He's already got Spear of the Horizon, right? Does he? Yes, he's already got it. Look at that, 2.75x against cavalry. So Horus here in this matchup completely counters Thoth in a big, big way. Hey, thank you so much for the raiding party, Doubt. Huge raid. Hope you're streaming well. Hope you're enjoying the mythology, my friend. But yeah, Ulysses is in a fantastic position. He's got everything he needs to counter what Magic's doing. But Magic can use that Valley of the Kings on a barracks to make Axemen here to churn through those spearmen if he needs to. But Ulysses has now got himself this town center over here. He's in a fantastic position. Magic is nearly full population. And I guess the problem here for Ulysses is, hang on. What's going on with Ulysses' economy here? He should have more than what he's got. He's got himself Shaftmine Bowsaw. He's missing those Mythic Age upgrades at the moment. We are seeing Phoenix coming through to get a little bit of raids in. Do these camel caravans have their upgrade? They do have their upgrade. And we do have coinage through as well for Magic. As Magic, he's making a big push. Those war elephants, they're coming through. We do see a cheeky little tusk of Apatomac there as well. Thank you for the gifted sub, Joe Watermelon. Appreciate you, my friend. As the army going to come through, those spearmen should... Look at the damage they do onto the elephants. They get absolutely demolished here. These spearmen are so obscenely strong. The siege towers are coming through as Magic is making a big, big push in to try and take this one out. The chariot archers will be able to kill off the spearmen relatively quickly here, but these elephants, they just die so quickly. The town center survives. Every one of those elephants is falling in. Magic has to retreat back. The spearmen are actually... How are they 5.8 speed? How... These are set spearmen. They're so strong. Look at them go. 5.8 speed. Those chariots can't escape from them. Chariots are not accounted as spearmen in any way, shape, or form. You need Axemen here to deal with Horus spearmen as Isis. And this is what I was saying. Osiris is the answer here to Horus in a very, very big way. Thoth is a gigantic mistake here from Magic in this game. And the reason is, all these spearmen, while they're amazing against the chariot archers, they will get brutalized by mummies. Mummies are the answer here to a very low HP, very like kind of massy unit like the spearmen. But he doesn't have them. He's only got access to Phoenix here, and it's just not going to be enough. So many spearmen are being queued up here by Ulysses. We see the siege towers coming through. Magic is desperately trying to fight back here, but Ulysses has got a commanding position in this game. He's 4-2 town centers. We are seeing the Phoenix attempting to get a little bits of raids going on onto the trade route, but that's all that Magic can do here in this game. Elephants are still coming out, and they are just getting absolutely ruined here in this game by those spearmen. We've got the catapults taking down another Migdol stronghold. Ulysses is showing how strong he is in this game already as he moves those catapult forward to start taking down the town center over here as well. Spearmen cleaning up a whole bunch of villages here. The siege tower goes down, but Ulysses, he's at 246 to 260 population. Magic's got 138 population. The camel caravan, the trade route here is now going to start getting shut down as well, losing this town center. He loses all gold income to boot as we see a Nubite desperately try to come out here for Magic. And Ulysses pushes through with the victory here as Magic taps out. What an insane game and huge lesson learnt for everyone. A huge lesson learnt for everyone here is you might think Thoth is OP. There's counters. There are counters to Thoth. And I think that this applies for every civilization. You've got Horus. You've got Bragi. You've got Prodromus. You've got Catapeltes. Ladies and gentlemen, those Migdol units are strong, but they have a counter, and you've just got to tech into it. You've just got to tech into it. Champion Spearman, greatest of the 50, Spear of Horus is what it's called now. Huge, huge amounts of damage here for these units. You also get infantry speed to boot here. Wait, what else does he have? He's also got funeral rites. That's a huge tech there to boost that economy. And this is, it's an extra 1 melee attack damage bonus against cavalry. So that's chariots, that's cavalry or camel riders, that's elephants. Huge victory here for Ulysses. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.